and welcome to the Before You Begin section of Rock and Body Raw Food. This is Joy Houston, and I want to cover the 3 basic things I'd like you to know before we jump in to this extremely fun and very delicious 14-day diet. And I also want to thank you. So before we get started, let me just say I know that you have choices in your weight loss programs that you can select from nowadays. There are so many different ways to do this on the market, but I think the benefit of choosing a raw food plan is that a raw foods diet is going to help you keep the weight off. It's also going to help you have a lot of benefits that you might not be expecting when you go to other weight loss programs. You might not see these beautiful benefits like healthy glowing skin and hair and nails, and you might not get that added benefit of feeling really light and energetic and strong, having a little more endurance in your workouts, and all those are natural benefits of eating more fresh fruits and vegetables. And one of the other things that the 14-day Rock and Body Raw Foods diet will do is empower you. Now, it's important that you know all the recipes in the Rock and Body Raw Food diet might not be your favorites. Some will, some won't. But what's important here is that you learn recipes that work with your lifestyle and appeal to your taste buds. And then you can twist and tweak the other recipes as you see fit so that they do accommodate the flavors that you enjoy. This will keep you from becoming dependent on any one diet program's pre-packaged or frozen meals, and that'll make sure that you're not locked into a program in order to keep the weight off. You'll have the knowledge, you'll have the abilities, you'll have the skill so that you can have these health benefits for the rest of your life. And part of that is learning to create an easy routine. In this diet, you'll be cooking 2 days a week, and then all those basics that you prepare will be quick and easy to throw together for your meal plans for each day of the week. And we're hoping that this helps you develop healthy habits that will last you a lifetime, because losing the weight and feeling great now during the cleanse, that's not enough. We are committed to you having this level of health and wellness for all of your days. So thank you for choosing Rock and Body Raw Foods. Let's jump right in. Now, before you begin, there's 3 things I'd like to cover, and that is getting acquainted, getting prepared, and getting comfortable. So here's what I mean by getting acquainted. There is a page on the site, and also it's available as a PDF called Ready to Rock, and this is a checklist of everything that would be good to do before you get started. Now, if you print out this checklist, it'll help you walk you through the tour of the site. There's a video, a ScreenFlow video that I'll walk you through, click and point, and show you where everything is so that you have an easy time getting around the site. There's also a video that it'll instruct you to watch called Common Challenges and Benefits. And what I love about that video is that it lets you know all the good things that are coming, and it also lets you know the struggles that you might encounter too. And most importantly, it explains how to overcome each and every one of those challenges that people who are new to raw foods can sometimes experience. And on top of that, there is another video called Tips and Tricks for Success. This is from me, from people who've been in the raw food community for years, just letting you know all the ways that they get around any challenges that they come across being a raw foodist. Now, the next thing you're going to need to do is get prepared. It does take a little bit of work to get your kitchen and yourself ready for this 14-day cleansing diet. So again, we have a section on the site called Getting Prepared. You can use the information on the page, or if you prefer, go ahead and print it out. The first section is called the Healthy Heave Ho, and this is a process of ridding your kitchen of all the things that will not contribute to your wellness, and it'll make it a lot easier if these things are just not in your kitchen. So this is going to be processed foods, anything with high fructose corn syrup and refined sugars and flours, processed foods, anything that is not going to be needed while you're on the 14-day diet. We recommend that you box all of that up and you put it safely at a friend's house and know that it's always there. So when you're done, if you want to load your kitchen back up with that stuff, great. Obviously, I am hoping that you discover some new ways to sweeten things, some new snacks, and some new recipes that maybe you won't even need to bring those not so healthy choices back into your kitchen when you're done. There's also a section called Kitchen Gear for Living Foods. Now, this is going to walk you through the tools of the trade for raw food. Now, you don't need all of these things in order to experience the health and wellness that come along with raw foods. They will make it less time consuming, more easy, and a little less messy. So they're great tools to have. What I've done in that list is also prioritize things of what I would recommend you getting first. So if you maybe want to make one or two purchases for your kitchen, we've prioritized those in order of things that will make the most difference, so that you know where to spend wisely. And there's another section that can also help save money, and that is called Order Ahead and Save. And this is a list of ingredients that are included on the diet and tend to be less expensive when purchased online. So thus the name Order Ahead and Save. If you go ahead and place an order, a lot of these are available on Amazon for about half the price of the local health food store. So it helps to go ahead and put in an order and get those things on the way to you. So you may find you have about a week of preparing, watching videos, getting your kitchen cleaned up before you even start the diet. And if you order these first, these foods will be here by the time you start the first day of the cleanse. Now, before you start the first day of the cleanse, you're definitely going to have your shopping lists ready to go. Now, if you have an iPhone or an other smartphone, you can just hop online and use these shopping lists that are here on the site. If not, you can always print them out and take them with you to the store and check off everything as you go. So those are the things that you'll need to do to get yourself and your kitchen and your refrigerator all stocked up and prepared for the Rock and Body Raw Food Diet. Now, the next thing that I feel is really important is getting comfortable. You're going to be making a dietary switch for the next 2 weeks. And if you've never cleansed before, or if you're new to dieting, that is actually a lifestyle change, not just omitting certain foods, but actually crowding out any junk foods or foods that don't contribute to your health with delicious foods so you don't even miss those things. So I'd like for you to get comfortable, and most people need these 3 questions answered before they start feeling good and excited about the diet. So I'd like to take the time now to go ahead and answer these 3 questions. These are the ones we get most often. Will I starve? When will I find the time to make raw food? Everybody's heard it takes too long. They just won't have the time. So when will I find the time? And also, what do I have to buy? So let's cover each of those. Will I starve? Everyone has this idea that they're just going to be eating carrot sticks and celery sticks and maybe a peanut or two while they're on the raw foods diet. So let's just look here at a few of these dishes that you're going to be trying while you're on the cleanse. Now, again, we're covering a lot of different flavors. We have some Mediterranean foods, we have some Italian foods, some really basic breakfast dishes, we have some Latin dishes. There's a little bit of something for everyone. And that's done on purpose because some of these things will be your favorites and some of these things you won't like so much. But when you find recipes that work with you, with your taste buds and with your lifestyle and how much time you have to prepare things, then when you're off the cleanse, you have a lot of things to choose from to integrate into your everyday eating. And that is the point. So as you can see, there's a mix of desserts, delicious veggie and juices, and you're not going to starve. You're going to eat like a king on this diet. So the next thing, a lot of people look at those dishes, and especially I love to take the time to do the beautiful presentation, but of course that's not necessary. But when they see these images, the next question they have for me is, when am I going to have time to make this kind of food and put this effort into it? So let's just review how this works. You have 2 weeks that we'll be cooking together during Rock and Body Raw Foods. And on the site and in the book, if you choose to print that out or use the PDFs of the schedules, you will notice that there are 2 days each week that are highlighted in orange. These are preparation days. Now, on the preparation days, we're going to make all the basic items for the meals for the rest of the time, for the rest of the week, so that when we go to make a lunch or dinner or breakfast, all we're doing is throwing the staples that we made on our preparation together with some fresh greens or fruits or vegetables and serving those up quickly and easily. Now, this takes a lot of the stress out of it, and you get home from work work. You're not going to have to prepare some elaborate meal. You take the staple, you toss it on a bed of fresh greens. Maybe you're putting a sauce or dressing on there, and voila, you have a quick meal. Now, the preparation days do take a little bit of time, and that's why we choose Sunday. We take a few hours or a couple hours to cook together. Again, you'll have all these videos, so it'll be really easy. And then Thursday, if you do it Sunday and Thursday, but whatever day you need to start on based on your work schedule. Later in the week, you're going to have another evening where you just do another hour or two of preparation, and that's going to last you the rest of the week. Now, these orange days are signifying the preparation days, and the green days will remind you to soak something. So before you go to bed, you throw your grains or your nuts into some water. They soak overnight, and then before you go to work in the morning, you just drain them and put them in the fridge, and they're ready to go when you need them. So that, again, is limiting your cooking days to just 2 days a week. And when you have these preparation days, you have a simple overview outline, and each box will walk you through each step that you're going to go through, and then there's detailed directions for each recipe. Walks you through step by step to make it very, very easy. And once you have all that food prepared, each day will look sort of like this. You'll have your veggie juice, and it'll tell you what to throw together for breakfast and lunch and dinner. Each meal completely described how to throw it together and serve it. Now, each one of these preparation day steps, each veggie drink, breakfast, lunch, and dinner all have a video where I will be there as your personal chef with you, and we'll make it together, so there's never any question. Each recipe is accompanied with a video, and each meal is accompanied by the video. So you'll see, okay, I need to make this veggie juice. The directions are very clear, but you also have me there with you on the video making it, so there's no question, and you can see the color and the texture that you should achieve in your end product. And that way there's no questions, and you're not experimenting and running the risk of wasting produce, making things that don't come out right or things that you just don't like. Now, another time saver is the shopping lists. Now, we have it set up that you get all the staple ingredients in advance, but just in case you don't do that, we've separated out here. So the produce comes in its own checklist, and of course, you can always check that against the staples and just make sure you have everything in your house. These shopping lists will save you a lot of time. There's no wandering through the aisles of the grocery store, wondering what you're going to make that week. You already know it's a quick trip. It's efficient in and out. Very, very nice to have that ready to go when you're at the store to save you a lot of time. Now, the next big question that I get is, what do I have to buy? Well, obviously, we want you to spend wisely, especially in these trying financial times. We know that this is a big consideration for everyone. So let me start by saying the first thing that you need to know is that you really just need fresh produce. Now, obviously, fresh organic produce is would be my preference for all of you. If you can't get fresh local organic produce, then do the best that you can. But obviously, anytime you're dieting or cleansing the body, the less toxins we have for the body to deal with, the more time the body has to break down fats and any toxins that are stored in those fats and just get them out of the body. So if we can do organic, we're saving the body a lot of work. So that's important to try to make that your first priority. Obviously, you're going to need a sharp knife and a great cutting board. Now, if you want to run out and get yourself a knife, that is a great gift to give yourself in the kitchen. But if you don't have a great knife, take the ones that you have and spend a couple dollars on at least your chef knife and maybe a paring knife, and just get them sharpened. They should be fine if they're sharpened. Stick with what you've got. But if you want to throw some money into this project, if you want to stock your kitchen with tools that are going to make raw food quick and easy, ideally, I think a high-speed blender is an amazing investment for your health because of the green smoothies and the drinks and juices and soups that you can make. There's two on the market. I personally feel strongly about the Vitamix, and it's definitely my best friend in the kitchen. There's another one, a Blendtec is another good choice too. So a high-speed blender, definitely my top suggestion if you want to invest in your health in the kitchen. Something that will save you a lot of time in raw food is a food processor. Very, very handy. You can pick one up for about $100 on Amazon. They have a few different sizes. I think a 7-cup is perfectly ample for your raw food needs unless you're cooking for a family of more than 4. A vegetable spiralizer. Now, this is something that costs about $30, and it is one of the best investments for time. And and money and health in the kitchen, just because you pop a zucchini on there, you spin it around in circles, you have these beautiful noodles that replace pasta. And once you put the marinara sauce on there, hey, the family, the kids, they don't even notice or care about the difference, and it tastes amazing. So vegetable spiralizers are very handy for people who need quick, fast food. So vegetable spiralizers are definitely a good choice. And a dehydrator is great. It's optional. Of course, all these things are optional, but I think ideally to do this diet and do it well and feel like you're getting the most out of all the recipes, a dehydrator is very, very useful. I personally love the Excalibur dehydrator. Again, there is a page on the site here where you can look at all of these, and there are links, and even the Vitamix has a 30-day trial, so you get to test it out and see if that's something that you want to have. And what a better time to try it out, buy it from Vitamix and try it during the 14-day cleanse. And if you don't like it, they have a 30-day money back guarantee, so no skin off your nose. If you don't like it, you just send it back. So those are my top choices. They are in order of importance and in order that I would personally buy them if I didn't have any of these things on the website, so do take a look at that. Another thing that you'll need to remember in terms of things that you'll need to have on hand when you do the cleanse is that you'll need a few things for detoxing. Now, the dry brush, you'll need a body brush, a natural bristle brush. You'll also want to take some sort of a detox tea. You can make one yourself. Talk to your naturopath and they can give you a recipe of herbs to put together a tea yourself. If you don't have those fresh herbs available, they can generally suggest a detox tea. Something like a Yogi brand tea is generally available everywhere, and that's just going to help the body along, getting rid of any toxins that we can rid your body of during the cleanse. Another thing that's a good idea is to talk to your provider about an immunity supplement, even if they just have you boost up a little extra vitamin C. But you want to talk to them and let them know what you're doing, and consider doing an immunity supplement. Those are another few little purchases that I would recommend. Not completely necessary, but I highly recommend. So that's pretty much it as far as what you need to buy. And hopefully we've answered these questions for you, but I just want to quickly review that before you begin, definitely go through the checklist. It'll make sure that you've watched all the videos and done all the preparations and done your best to get acquainted with the website so you feel comfortable every time you log on. Do your best to get prepared. Perform that healthy heave-ho in the kitchen. Look at that order ahead and save list. Make sure you're saving a little bit of money wherever you can by ordering some things online and in advance. And more than anything, take a look around, look through the recipes, start to get comfortable, start to get excited. You are not going to be filling yourself up with celery sticks and carrots. You're going to be eating some amazing, delicious foods. I think you'll really enjoy the meals that we've planned here for you in this 14-day cleanse, and hopefully you will get the results that you are looking for and not only lose the weight that your goal is during this 14 days, but learn some habits that will stick with you so you can have this level of health and wellness for the rest of your life. All right, get started.